Okay, I'm back with you again today. Just hit that like and subscribe button, please. But I've got an interesting thing I want to share with you. I took the I landed up. I had to take the battery out of the truck, try and charge it. Didn't do any good. And I had this was really interesting to me. And I worked, for kind of 2 years as just kind of a shop assistant when I was in high school. I was fortunate enough to be able to spend time down in at County Materials in their shop, and I never saw this, never learned this, where the battery was so weak, so dead on this thing from the cold from last week and whatever else, that it actually was making a connection where it wouldn't shut off the relays. There wasn't enough energy to shut off the relays, I think is what you want to term it. So the lights were on weekly, even though I had everything shut off inside the truck, key out of the ignition, the whole deal. But the lights wouldn't go out, and I could hear down by the gas tank, I'm going to guess it was the fuel pump was clicking, because there wasn't enough energy even to shut that off. So I took the battery out. I took it in, the Tomahawk battery in glass, and I've been taking stuff for years there. They're really good, and treat me really really well there. And actually, he said that's pretty common. And he said a lot of people that plow for a living, he said they automatically replace their batteries every 2 years, just so to make sure that when they need them to go in cold weather, they go. So I went with a good battery. He recommended the Duracell. I could have went with an Intercity battery. There the price was quite a bit more, but this is a good battery. It's got 850 cold cranking amp on it. So I think we're going to be good for a while again. And I didn't do it this fall. Probably should have done it. That's probably why I'm dealing with it right now. But I didn't clean my connections up. So I'm going to take a little bit of emery cloth. It's almost like a sandpaper, or they call this plumber's sandpaper. It's rough and it's tougher than your normal sandpaper. You could probably even use normal sandpaper, but it's not going to do as good of a job. This grit doesn't come off of here at all like a sandpaper, but it's made for working on steel. So we're going to take this, I'm going to tear a piece off, and I'm going to clean those connections up that are on the battery. And so let's see how this works out. I'm going to take this and tuck it into my Carhartt jacket pocket, which is my great Go Pro device. And I'm going to rip a piece of this off. Maybe. There we go. And it doesn't have to be too big of a piece, because I'm going to put it, as you'll see, this is going to go inside of these connections. I'm hoping I'm getting that for you, but I'm going to curl this up enough, tight enough here. And they actually make little tools too that'll scrape these cleaner a little bit faster. But for the weekend, DIYer, if you want to put it that way, this does the trick too. And there gets to be a film on these, on the battery itself, terminals, and on these battery connections, that if you don't clean that film off, it screws with the flow of electricity. So you do want to keep these clean. Like I said, I should have taken care of this. I looked at it this fall. I could see a little bit of buildup of crap on them, and it was like one of those things where, yeah, I'll get to that tomorrow. That's not a priority for today. And just never got done. If it had got done, maybe it wouldn't be, maybe the other battery wouldn't have got drained down. The other thing you have to watch out for with batteries too is if you do a lot of short trips. I ran into that back years ago where I'd, start the truck up, back out of the garage, go a couple blocks to work, shut the truck back off, and if you don't take longer runs to charge that battery up, that's kind of hard on the battery too. Short runs are. So, all right, next step, what's key? I got that those scraped up a little bit, so the connection should be good on that, and should keep the juices flowing the way they should be this year for the rest of the year. Kind of don't like the looks of this one, but seems to be some. Yeah, I guess it's good. Okay, next step is we're going to put the battery in. So I'm going to grab the Duracell. Now with this, as you're aware, I'm sure, but I'm going to stress it. First of all, if you don't feel comfortable with it, with doing this stuff, don't do it. Okay? Like I said, a lot of times I just take it in and have the guy at Tomahawk Battery, I'll take the whole vehicle in, and he'll change it right out for me there. He's got the tools, he can do it in 2 seconds. Damn, this thing's heavy. Okay. So we'll get this in here. A couple things have to happen. This handle is going to have to go down. Okay. I'm flat in there. And now, hugely important. Plus goes with red. Minus goes with black. Never ever screw that up. That's the most important part of this. Plus goes with red. Okay. And then they got a little thing here that holds the battery in place. The old days they used to have metal straps that would go on these type thing. Take my ratchet, put it on the nut. We're going to turn that tight. Hold the battery in place. Not good when you hit a bump, hit a pothole, and the battery goes flying down the highway. Then we're going to put this cover on. Don't really know if this is needed or not, but since it's here, may not be needed, but it doesn't hurt anything, does it? Come on, get in there. Okay. The handle here. this. Pain in the butt. And we'll end up having to leave this off yet. Okay. Hey, I never said I had all the answers. Come on, get in there. Getting hung up somewhere. On the back side here. That corner does not. Okay, got her in there. Let's get this cover off of here. Sometimes I can just pull them off. I'll get a wrench off the back of the truck here, pliers. And we will pull that off of there. So, yep, once again, today I had a lot more planned on to get done. And that ain't happening. But if I get this done today, that's good. That plow truck has to be up and running. Another thing I'm going to tell you is wear gloves when you do this if you can. Gloves and me do not get along. I need to be able to grab things with my bare fingers. The other thing is to make sure you wash your hands right away. Try to keep the stuff from touching your clothing because the battery acid can cause all kinds of issues for you. This is what I must have been getting hung up on. Okay. All right. So I'm going to do this way for a reason. I'm a little tight in back there. So I'm going to put the back on first. And then I'm going to put the positive on. Because if this is, yeah, we'll do it this way. No, we'll do it this way. Because I know I'm going to land up touching something here. Just need to be careful. Okay, I believe this is 3/8 of an inch. All right. So not able to. All right, let's grab a smaller wrench. I can go a smaller socket, or I can just go a 3/8 inch wrench. 5 5/16. 11. Three-eighths of an inch. This will work better. That down. I'm done with that, I know, for today. Kill myself on the snow here yet. Okay. And I hadn't dealt with this. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. I always do the finger combination. Just so used to doing it from over the years. And for us, you want to do this stuff in the fall. I mean, it's 20 degrees out. Doesn't bother my fingers that much, but 70 degrees out would have been real nice. Okay, that one's on, that one's tight, ready to go. Carefully put this on. Over there. Sweet. Oops. That's right. That one just happens to be a different size. Grab our ratchet. Well, the good news is okay, so my thing is a little short. So I'm going to pull that out, get that on there good. Cheat it so I can tighten it. Many of you are way too young to remember this, but back in the day when I grew up, they used to have the Sears Die Hard commercials. And they would show a car that had been sitting in Antarctica or the Arctic for I don't know how long. And they'd go out there and hit the starter switch, and away it would go. And if a Die Hard battery started in those conditions, it would definitely start your car. All right. Let's see what we got. See if that takes care of our problem. What could go wrong? It's a Duracell, right? We're set. And then we're going to do cleanup after we turn this thing over. Good news is no lights on, no clicking noise. While a more can pass, before I forget, I'm going to hook up my plow lights. Be honest, that's about the deadest battery I've ever dealt with. Like I said, there are some new things with that, with the clicking, the lights not shutting off. All right, key. Sweet.
Limited time appliance deals during the closeout event at Lowe's. Get up to 30% off select major appliances. Plus, save extra $100 when you spend $999 or more. All major products.
We are fired up and going. A couple hours later, our problem is taken care of. All right. Fur's pretty good for an old baby. Yeah, hasn't been a bad unit. All right. I carry this little step ladder because, you know, I'm not the tallest guy in the world. I carry it right back here. Keep makes it easier for me to get in and out of the truck and get stuff out of here. All right, that goes there. So next thing, I'm going to go back in and we get this all put away. I'm going to move the trucks around, go back in the basement, do a little work on electrical. Don't know if I'll share that or not, but you know, I'm gonna start working on that. Might be some office stuff, I don't know. I got some other stuff going on with WSRA right now. We got the convention coming up in a couple of weeks, and so that's been a little bit time consuming, and a couple other things on that have been keeping me out of trouble. Also looking at some numbers. I started looking at another property yesterday. That would be a huge undertaking. I don't know if like I said, I don't know if I want to get into that or not right now at this point in my life. I don't need to, so at some point in time I'm going to have to say, hey, just go golfing and just go snowmobiling, Brian. You don't need to be doing this stuff anymore. But I am not ready to go quietly into the night. So with that said, take care. We'll see you tomorrow on tomorrow's project. Hit that like, subscribe button. And the biggest thing I wanted to share with you is it was really weird that the lights stayed on that truck. You know, even though I had the keys out, even though I had the light switches turned off, you know, and I could still hear the connection being made down to the fuel pump and that clicking. So yes, I thought maybe it's a short. Yes, that can be caused by a dead battery. So just another thing to put in your toolbox. Hit that like, subscribe button. Take care. We'll catch you later. Goodbye.